my, that Horton certainly is eccentric.
And the children are learning so much from him.
Horton is the greatest hero of them all, huh?
Horton?
Horton! Horton! I have all the Who's gathered in town square. Let them know you're there.
Oh, wow. That's kind of confronting.
So I've always wanted to do a CG cartoon, and I guess I was just waiting for the perfect idea and the perfect story to come along, and this was it.
Let it be known from this point forward that every who...
We made a commitment early on to get great improvisational actors. Not so they could make the story up for us, but just so that we could really get these characters to have great depth and be really entertaining.
Horton the mayor, come in, mayor, over.
Oh! I get terrible reception here.
How's this? Can you hear me?
That's awesome.
As we thought about Horton and what kind of personality, we started initially with this, he's got a big imagination, he's going to defy expectations. You just start to listen to Jim Carrey, and we did a lot of this, listening to his movies and listen to the characters that he was creating vocally.
If you listen to his work in Eternal Sunshine, the sensitivity and the depth and warmth of just his vocal performance is amazing. And we got that warm sort of center to Horton. That sensitivity and that depth and that warmth was so present and so there. When we were listening to it, it was like, this is an obvious choice.
There are people on this spec. Granted, they're very small people. A person's a person, no matter how small.
Horton's innocence is really attractive to me. The fact that he has no ego at all. Even though he's a giant being who could crush everything in his path, he doesn't think he's any bigger than the mouse. His friend Morton.
Morton? No matter how tight the spec and I get, the spec could never replace you.
Before we even started recording, we sat down and we had a number of discussions about, who Horton is. Horton has got this center that, you want to root for this guy. You're going to take him in this movie through a journey that's going to be really difficult, and he's going to have a lot of fun in the way that he performs and interacts with other characters. And so we talked about all of those things with Jim, and I think that's where we ended up landing on him using his natural voice.
Okay, let's play, man. You want to do this?
Yeah, let's run it right back from the top.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I came in and I asked them if they wanted something, a really kind of crazy, odd character that didn't sound anything like me or whatever. And they said, no, we want you. And we want you, and we want you to put yourself in this character's space. And so I had to find that part of myself that is in love with life.
No, just give me that excited version. You were like stoked, man. You got to stoke me up here. Okay.
And of course, bump up the energy as well, because I think he gets really excited and happy with himself, when he's being creative, when he's off on his little mind sojourns. He's having quite a good time. I don't think he needs an audience at all.
I promise you a future that is safe, sound, and stable.
We will create a world where every Who is endowed with at least 3 inalienable rights, to be determined at a later date by an opponent.
Okay. It's a challenge of imagination, when you're on a set and you have wonderful sets that are built for you and costumes and everything, it's kind of easy to get into it. Okay. Whereas a job like this, you're stuck in a studio with a microphone and told what's going on. And you have to create it in your own mind.
Wow! I am really drawing a blank here. Funny, I can think of things all day long, and when I'm on the spot, nothing!
There's parts of the movie that we had pretty much almost in the can. And then we were going back over doing a loop or a pickup with Jim, and he's like, Vlad, the bad Vlad or the good Vlad?
The bunny Vlad that makes the cookies.
And he just said cookies. And then it became a bunny with cookies. And pretty soon I was like, he should vibrate like a chihuahua with his plate of cookies at the end of the movie. So we have this nervous bunny at the end that never says anything, that just came from us screwing around in a recording session. Yeah. So we went back and redid the scene because we thought that was so funny.
And then it goes on.
All right, good stuff. Let's wrap out. Good.